Hello everyone, welcome back to our video lectures. Today our topic is radio receivers. Radio receivers are mainly divided into two types: tuned radio frequency receivers and super heterodyne receivers. It is the block diagram of tuned radio frequency receiver. The block diagram will consist of amplitude modulator, RF amplifier, demodulator, AF amplifier as well as power amplifier. Power amplifier main function is in order to boost the power of the amplifier there. So here the RF amplifier is a low power amplifier which actually consists of the tank circuit, that means an LC circuit there. So it is the block diagram of tuned radio frequency receiver. Here the carrier frequencies allotted from FM is 88 to 108 megahertz and carrier frequencies allotted from AM is 550 to 1650 kilohertz. So bandwidth allotted to each AM broadcasting station in case of a tuned radio frequency receiver is 10 kilohertz only. Okay, and next one, disadvantages of tuned radio frequency receiver, that is TRF. That is various disadvantages are there. The disadvantages are poor selectivity and low sensitivity, and TRF receiver is tuning different frequencies and gain is non-uniform in case of a tuned radio frequency receiver, and the bandwidth of tuned circuit does not remain constant and increases with the frequency increase. The need to have all RF stages track one another, and it is instability due to large number of RF stages. It is unstable sometimes. So all these are the disadvantages included in the tuned radio frequency receiver. And next type of radio receiver is the super heterodyne receiver. Here heterodyne means mixing. What we are mixing? We are mixing the incoming signal frequency with the local oscillator frequency. So therefore it is called the super heterodyne receiver. So it is the basic block diagram of the super heterodyne receiver. At the output we can observe the power amplifier which is given to the loudspeaker there. So see here, it is the radiating antenna. Radiating antenna is connected to the RF amplifier. Already I had said RF amplifier will consist of a tank circuit there. So see here, it is the incoming signal frequency, it is the local oscillator frequency. So by using the mixer we are mixing the incoming signal frequency along with the local oscillator frequency. Here we have the mixer. We have to mix the both incoming signal frequency as well as local oscillator frequency is given. We are mixing. After that we are giving to the IF amplifier, that is intermediate frequency amplifier. After that it will be passed through the demodulator, AF amplifier and then power amplifier, and then it is applied to the loudspeaker there. Remember guys, heterodyne means always mixing. Okay, what we are mixing here means we are mixing the incoming signal frequency along with the local oscillator frequency by using the mixer circuit there. So it is the basic block diagram involved in the super heterodyne receiver. Now we are going to discuss some of the characteristics of parameters at the receivers. Some of the parameters of the receiver. The first parameter is the sensitivity. What is sensitivity? A sensitivity is defined as the minimum signal strength which would be maintained at the input of the receiver. To get a standard output. It is called the sensitivity. And next one, selectivity. What is selectivity? It is defined as the ability of the receiver to select the required frequencies only. When the tuned circuit is tuned to a particular frequency, say the particular frequency is 800 kilohertz, it should select all frequencies from 795 to 805 kilohertz. So the bandwidth of a particular selected signal will be the 10 kHz. What is selectivity? Means the ability of the receiver to select the required frequencies only, to select the required frequencies and reset the unwanted frequencies. It is the selectivity. It is also one of the parameter. And fidelity, it is defined as the ability of a receiver to reproduce all audio frequencies at the output of a receiver. These are the characteristics of parameters at the receiver. Okay, then we are moving with noise in communication system. And what is noise? In communication, noise is defined as the unwanted form of energy which tend to interfere with the proper reception and reproduction of the transmitted signals. We have different types of the noises, external noise and the internal noise. Mainly the noise is classified into external noise and the internal noise. External noise is generated due to external causes, and internal noise is generated within the system only. Okay, and another important noise is the thermal noise or the Johnson noise. So it is also called the resistor noise. This type of noise, it is the random noise which is generated in the resistor only, or the resistive component of a complex impedance, which is due to the rapid and random motion of the molecules, atoms and the electrons. Clear guys? Or noise is mainly divided into external noise and internal noise. Let us see the tree diagram. Noise is mainly divided into external noise and internal noise. External noise include atmospheric noise, solar noise and industrial noise. This noise will generate externally. This noise will generate within the system only. The internal noise classification is a short noise, resistor noise, Johnson noise and thermal noise. It is caused in the resistor only. And next one is flicker noise. All these are it is a noise classification or taxonomy of a noise. Noise is mainly classified into external as well as internal noise. Clear guys? And next one is white noise. We have different types of the noises. Among them, a white noise is also very important. The power spectral density of a white noise or white Gaussian noise is as follows. A power spectral density is N0 by 2. It is very important. Power spectral density of white noise is N0 by 2. A noise in an idealized form is known as a white noise. If the probability of occurrence of a white noise is specified by the Gaussian distribution function, then it is called the white Gaussian noise. Here power spectral density is N0 by 2. A white noise is the idealized form of a noise. And next one, noise temperature. The available power is directly proportional to the temperature and it is independent of resistor value. The power specified in terms of temperature is called the noise temperature. It is a simple definition regarding noise temperature. In further slides we will discuss the formula of the noise temperature. And next one, signal to noise ratio. The ratio of signal power to the noise power is called the signal to noise ratio. Generally, signal to noise ratio is expressed in dB, and the typical values of signal to noise ratio range is 10 dB to 90 dB. It is the typical value. Higher the S by N ratio, better the system performance. Always higher S by N ratio is preferable. Why? Because the system performance, better the system performance in presence of a noise. It is the signal to noise ratio in dB formula. Signal to noise ratio in dB is equal to 10 log 10 PS by Pn. That is signal power to the noise power. The signal to noise ratio in dB given by so here we can write in terms of AP. Here we can write the signal to noise ratio in terms of a V. That is signal to noise ratio in dB is equal to 10 log 10 Vs by Vn whole square, and S by n signal to noise ratio in dB is equal to 20 log 10 Vs by Vn. Okay, it is the formulas regarding the signal to noise ratio. What is signal to noise ratio? Ratio of signal power to the noise power. And next one, noise factor. It is also one of the important definition. What is noise factor? Noise factor equal to the ratio of signal to noise ratio at the input by signal to noise ratio at the output. Okay, signal to noise ratio at the output. It is denoted with a letter F. Noise figure. Another important definition is noise figure. Noise figure is expressed in terms of a dB, that is 10 log 10 F. Okay, F means noise factor only. And if you substitute the expression for the noise factor, you had already know the expression for the noise factor. The noise factor, we can get the noise figure is equal to 10 log 10 signal to noise ratio at the input minus 10 log 10 signal to noise ratio at the output. Okay, the ideal value of noise figure is 0 dB. Ideal value is 0 dB. It is the formula. And noise temperature. And noise temperature, the formula for noise temperature is given by F minus 1 into T naught. What is F? F means noise factor. Noise factor minus 1 into T naught. This equation shows that T equivalent is just an alternative measure for the F, that is noise factor. It is the noise temperature formula. And next one, figure of merit. Figure of merit, it is also one of the important factor in communication. That is signal to noise ratio at the input is equal to power of the modulated signal to the power of the noise in message bandwidth. Signal to noise ratio at the output is equal to the ratio of power of the demodulated signal to the power of the noise in a message bandwidth. Figure of message is inversely proportional to the noise figure, and noise figure is equal to signal to noise ratio at the input by signal to noise ratio at the output. Signal to noise ratio at the output mainly depends upon the modulation scheme and receiver characteristics. Figure of merit and F noise figure will both are inversely proportional to each other. And next one, figure of merit. It is necessary to remember the formulas in case of a different modulation schemes in order to solve the problems quickly, right? And I had already discussed it. What is figure of merit? Figure of merit is defined as the ratio of SNR output signal to noise ratio output to the signal to noise ratio input. Figure of merit for the DSB-SC, double sideband suppressed carrier. It is 1. Figure of merit in case of a DSB-SC is 1. Figure of merit in case of a SSB-SC, DSB-SC, SSB-SC, all these are the forms of the AM signal. In SSB-SC also the figure of merit value is 1. In AM is k square PM by 1 plus k square into PM. This whole expression will indicate the modulation efficiency in case of a AM. Okay, the figure of merit is the modulation efficiency in case of a amplitude modulated signal. In case of a FM frequency modulation, the figure of merit value is 3 by 2 into beta square. In case of a PM, the figure of merit value is beta square by 2. Okay, beta square by 2 or beta p square by 2, same only. Okay, in AM this expression represents the efficiency of an AM wave. In case of SSB-SC, it is the figure of merit value is 1. DSB-SC figure of merit value is 1. In AM is efficiency of AM, and FM figure of merit value is 3 by 2 beta square. In PM the figure of merit value is beta square by 2. Here I am not going to derive any expressions for the figure of merit. You have to remember these expressions for solving the problems quickly. And these are the important formulas in case of a communication, in case of a noise in a communication. So remember guys, see here, it is a thermal noise. What is thermal noise voltage formula? It is very important formula, that is Vn equal to square root of 4k into T into B into R. It is a formula in case of a thermal noise voltage. Okay, I had already discussed all these formulas. It is a just brief about the, it is a just brief all the topics up to have discussed. Okay, noise figure we have discussed, noise factor, noise temperature, all these are discussed now. And what is Friis transmission formula? Friis transmission formula is equal to, this formula is especially used in case of antennas. Friis transmission formula equal to f1 plus f2 minus f1 by z1, f3 minus 1 by z1, g1, g2 plus and so on. It is g1, g2, all these are the gains only. Okay, this thermal noise voltage temperature formula, where k equal to the Boltzmann's constant, T equal to temperature. All this thermal noise voltage formula is very important while solving the problems there. Okay, thank you guys.